Hello, and welcome to episode 133 of the TEW 288 Challenge Run. Something seems a bit different today. I can't really put my finger on what it was, but the editing should take a lot less time because the audio file should now be pretty decent. That's all I'm saying. The crisp audio that you're hearing is a new microphone. It's a birthday gift from Mr. Heel Taylor himself, so maybe he's not all that bad. But anyway, we're here for episode 133 of SmackDown, and it's the first of the month of May, and it's a very, very important show, actually. I didn't expect it to be, but you'll see, obviously, probably in the title, and when I start the actual show, why that is. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the show. We open with everyone on the stage 10-bell salute because literally after I finished Raw, I advanced the next day, and on that Tuesday, Vince died in the game. So obviously this is going to be the goddammit pal Vince McMahon tribute show. Triple H is here, The Undertaker's here for one night only, and then the rest of the other people on the roster are up here at the front. And yeah. 10-bell salute, going over the life and times of goddammit pal Vince McMahon. But the show must go on, pal, just like he'd wanted, just like he did when people died on his own show. And the opening match is a Money in the Bank qualifier that gets an 80. Johnny Gargano defeats Rey Mysterio in 14-19 with a Gargano escape. I was supposed to put in interference by the Usos, but apparently the game told me to fuck off. 75 for Gargano and an 81 for Rey. It's pretty good. 80 for that is pretty fine. So Johnny Gargano will be going on to the SmackDown side of Money in the Bank. After the match, the Usos and Jacob Fatu beat up Rey. Dominic comes running out and they're like, God, we beat you, but Money in the Bank, or not Money in the Bank, Judgment Day. So this should be over. We need new challenges now. And then Jimmy and Jay are like, nah, Usos, this ain't over till we say it's over. We want another shot. We want one last shot of those tag team titles. And Dominic's okay, well, I'll face one of you one-on-one right now, and if I beat you, you don't get another opportunity, but if you can beat me, I'll let you pick the stipulation for the match at Money in the Bank. And then they're like, okay, you're on, you're going to face Jacob Fatu. And Dominic's like, alright, bet, I'll beat him. But Rey's obviously looking on like, no son, you can't beat up Jacob Fatu, you're way in over your head, but the match is official. Dominic Mysterio versus Jacob Fatu gets a 65. Fatu beats Dom with a Samoan drop in 5:57, 70 for Fatu, and a 57 for Dominic. So 65 is actually pretty decent for that. Then cut to Pierce's office, with he's just sorting stuff out for what is obviously a busy night for him, when Bivens walks in with AJ Styles and Chad Gable, and he says, look, Adam, I know we've had our issues, but I'm willing to let bygones be bygones and do what's best for business here and approach you with a proposition. Pierce is like, what is it? Well, AJ Styles, he beat Sami Zayn at Judgment Day. The phenomenal AJ Styles. And Chad Gable, he did pretty damn close to getting to Cesaro as well. So I think both of them have earned a shot to be Money in the Bank, quite honestly. That's when the babyfaces also walk in. Sami like, AJ got lucky. Cesaro saying, well, I beat Gable. So long story short, Pierce is like, okay then, I'll give AJ and Gable both an opportunity to qualify for Money in the Bank. But I also need to give Sami and Cesaro the same opportunity. So here's what we're going to do. Main event, Fatal 4-Way. Only one of you four will get into Money in the Bank. The other three will have to miss out. So the main event is announced as Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable and AJ Styles. Winner, qualifies for the SmackDown half of Money in the Bank. Just a random 74 rated tag team match to fill time. The Dirty Dogs, Ziggler and Roode, defeat Aussie Might, Brendan Vink and Shane Thorne. Roode pins Vink with the DDT. 71 for Roode, 76 for Ziggler, 61 for Shane Thorne, and a 44 for Brendan Vink. Not really much else to add there other than that. We then get a backstage segment with Sasha, Mickey, and Indy. And Sasha's looking all angry because she lost at Judgment Day. And Indy's like, look, Sasha, I know you're mad. And I apologise, I may have made a mistake. I thought by giving you that disqualification that would give you the upper hand that you needed to beat Bianca twice. I didn't know that you were going to come up short the second time. That's on me. But, see, next week, the Ninja Warriors are facing Danny Jordan and Carmella for the spot for an Unrecognized match for the women's tag team titles. So if my stats are correct, she says, she puts her glasses up or whatever, she's like, if me and Mickey beat the Ninja Warriors tonight, then surely that puts us in line for a tag title shot. And then Sasha just says nothing. She just stands there just looking at Indy, unimpressed. As Indy and Mickey go out for the tag match against Casey and Caden. Gets a 56. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter defeat Indy and Mickey James when Indy Hartwell submits to Casey Catanzaro. 43 for Casey, 34 for Caden, 56 for Indy, and a 53 for Mickey. We then get a post-match segment. Danny Jordan and Carmella ambush the Ninja Warriors ahead of their match next week. Reggie's there as well, just holding wine or whatever. And then they scribble down Caden Carter's name and Casey Catanzaro's name in the burn book that Danny Jordan has. Rip the page out and shove it in, I don't know, Casey's mouth or whatever. Just to be dickheads. Backstage interview with Samoa Joe. Kayla's like, Samoa Joe, last night, or Sunday night at Judgment Day, you got a massive win when you defeated Big E. And I would ask you what's next for you, but you made your intentions pretty clear at the end of that pay-per-view. And then Joe says, look, I told you, I ain't messing around, I'm coming to collect what is mine. And Karrion Kross, he may have beaten Randy Orton, he may have become the WWE Champion, the double champion, the last ever Universal Champion, but it's going to be a short-lived reign because I want that belt and I want that Money in the Bank. And this is my formal challenge to you, Karrion Kross. Randy Orton, he's out of the picture. For now. So you've got to look me straight in the face and tell me no, and I won't take no for an answer. And then Karrion Kross and Scarlett walk into frame. And Karrion Kross just looks at me and says, name the time, name the place, Joe. Let's do this. So Kross apparently seems to accept Joe's challenge for a title match. When will that happen? Who knows? 75, just a random match. Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke wins with a Kinshasa in 6:53. A 76 for Shinsuke and a 57 for Jinder. Yeah. The United States Champion with a big win. Jinder then after the match, I'll probably have Kayla get in the ring again, but she's not on screen here because I forgot. And she talks about what Mustafa Ali and the Message did at Judgment Day. And it didn't feel right to have them hack into what would be the Vince McMahon Memorial Show. So they're not here. Shinsuke just says, I don't know what Ali means by that, or what Ali plans to tell me, but I'm not going to let him have my US title. I'm proud to be United States Champion. I'm proud to be here in America wrestling on top of my game. I'm proud to be here in WWE making a name for myself. I took that gamble and here I am. So whatever Mustafa Ali's got to say, he can come say it to me, to my face next week. Backstage segment. Shotzi and Ember are backstage just sort of doing what they would do, looking at their tank and stuff like that. When Candice and Ruby approach them, they're like, well, look who it is. It's the losers. Who let the losers back here? And then, of course, Shotzi tries to get in the fight. Ember Moon has to calm her down. And then she's like, look, I know you don't really want to see us because we embarrassed you at Judgment Day, but here's what's up. I thought I'd just let you know that next week we got the last two qualifiers of the Women's Money in the Bank. Sonya Deville versus Bayley is up next. So the winner of that gets in, and then next week is going to be Candice versus Ember Moon, and Ruby Riott versus Shotzi Blackheart, and those will be the last two Money in the Bank qualifiers. So we'll see you then, where you two are going to get embarrassed again, and we'll win the Money in the Bank only the way we know how. Hardy, hardy, har. 68 rated segment, Paul Heyman and Triple H just talking about Vince, really, and why he was such a goddamn pal, good boss, and how he laid the groundwork for Triple H to run with the ball and take it into this new era. And Paul Heyman just about ECW and shit like that. 74 for the Women's Money in the Bank qualifier. Sonya Deville defeats Bayley by cheating in 10-14. A 69 for Sonya and a 71 for Bayley. That increases the storyline. 74, so Sonya Deville will be the first SmackDown woman in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, whereas Johnny Gargano is the only man qualified so far, but we'll find the second man in the main event coming up shortly. But first, Big E has a promo from his house, because he's not here, because he's selling the beating he took from Joe. Him and Joe went through a war on Judgment Day. He said, look, I wanted to make a name for myself here on SmackDown, and Joe was the one who came to me. I didn't come to him. And I've always respected Joe. And I now know that Karrion Kross needs to watch out, because I know what Joe is not messing around. This is a different Samoa Joe than the one we've had this whole time. He's on a collision course to win that WWE Championship. As for me, I still have the exact same goal. Maybe I need to sort of take a month off to sort of relax, recoup, refresh myself, and come back at it from a different angle. But make no mistake about it, you haven't seen the last of Big E as a solo star here on SmackDown. Because he didn't abandon his brothers just to sit here and flounder. He came to rise to the top. 82 rated main event. Cesaro defeats AJ Styles, Chad Gable, and Sami Zayn. AJ actually gets pinned with a neutralizer, because I didn't want to pin Gable again. I don't want to pin Sami. So AJ took the fall here. A 87 for AJ Styles, an 89 for Chad Gable, an 88 for Sami Zayn, and a 90 for Cesaro. And Cesaro joins the men's Money in the Bank with Johnny Gargano from the SmackDown side. No talking smack this week, because it's the Vince McMahon Memorial Show. They probably have Vince content on the network all week long, probably all month long, pal. So no talking smack, just didn't really feel like the time. So the overall show is an 82B. Can I get an 82B? Yes, I can. Hopefully the microphone all worked well. I believe it has in the testing that I've done. And hopefully it's nice and crisp and clear and better for you. Because I now have to I've now got to cut a step out, because I used to just use my phone and then have to splice the audio on top of the built-in mic audio and then do that. But now I can just use my built-in mic, or my new mic. So what matters more than the 82 is what you thought of the show. Do let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for Raw. See you then.